Okay, scroll down. Okay, so you leave that part blank. Now you go to part 2 of the form. Okay, page 2. Everybody go to page 2. Where it says court and administrative proceedings, put in name of court, put N/A. Where it says signature, I certify that I have the authority to execute this notice concerning fiduciary relationship on behalf of the taxpayer. Put under that without prejudice, and then sign, and then write the name on the social, and then write the name on the social as, in all capital letters as fiduciary signature. Without prejudice, and then under without prejudice, write the name on the Social Security card. I want y'all to understand something else too. We're learning, so we'll never have to ask these questions again. Every time for the rest of your life, when you sign a document, above your signature, always and forever, put without prejudice. Because no one's never going to prejudice high-frequency people of doing anything. We're without that. They prejudice. There will never be prejudice against me because I'm without prejudice. I'm the true and living God. So are you. Title, if applicable. In that line, you will put human being never lawfully a fiduciary. If you can't fit it there, make it fit. Sorry, my voice getting scratchy. And then put the date. Everybody, guess what? That's how you fill out a Form 56. A lot of y'all been filling out Form 56 is wrong. But guess what? You didn't know it. The information's coming out, y'all. We're going back over the form. In Part 1, for identification, name of person for whom you are acting, all capital name, comma, federal, quotation trustee, and quotation public office. Identifying number, the social with dashes. Address of person for whom you are acting, 1111 Constitution Avenue, comma, in .w, parentheses, domicile of quotations, public office, pursuant to FED.R.CIV.P.17, parentheses, B as in boy. City or town, Washington, comma, District of Columbia, 20224, semicolon, quotations, capital U, lowercase NITED, capital S, lowercase TATES, quotations, in the quotations, parentheses, District of Columbia as defined in 26 U.S.C. 7701, parentheses, A, parentheses 9, and parentheses A, parentheses 10. Fiduciary's name, your name, upper lowercase, first name, dash, last name, colon, comma, unenumerated, private human being protected by the Constitution. Address of fiduciary. Put your street, parentheses, non-domestic / non-assumpsit, city or town, state and zip code, city, comma, the state, semicolon, lowercase United States of America, lowercase United, capital S, lowercase t-a-t-e-s, United States of America, quotation, not quotations, parentheses, not quotations, United States. Authority, other, describe, resignation for Social Security, see attached. Section B, check all of them in 3. Then put on the line all. 4, all of them, all. 5 and 6, leave blank. Go to the second page, put NA. Under name of court, go to part 3 where it says signature. Without prejudice, without prejudice, and then under without prejudice, all capital name, and then title if applicable. Human being, never lawfully a fiduciary. Then date it. You know what? I'm sorry. Fiduciary signature, I apologize. Don't put don't put the all capital name. Print your upper lowercase name. Sorry about that, guys. And correct that on the SSA 521 to just only in the signature part. Only in the signature part, guys. That's all. So I'm going to apologize. I don't want anybody to be tripped out. To correct myself on the 2 forms that we have filled out, when you are putting the signature, print upper lowercase. Same thing you did, just not all capital. Just in the signature part. So we got that. Okay. We're done with Form 56. We're almost there, guys. Now we're going to give me a short little break to get myself together. 15 seconds. Okay, the next letter is the cover letter. We're going to do the cover letter. Here's the cover letter. There it go, right there, guys. That's the cover letter. From you, secure party. I have secure party there because I am a secure party. If you are a secure party, leave it there. If you are not a secure party, leave it there. Issa, I don't have a UCC one. I'm not really a secure party. I don't think I should leave that there. Leave it there. Issa, why? Because you authenticated your birth certificate, and you're the secure party pursuant to UCC 9-311, 9-312, and 9-313, which Jonah beautifully told y'all. That's why Jonah is the caveat to this information as well. He got me started on my research. So you're a secure party. Your name. You see I have the copyright sign right there. Why do you have a copyright sign there? He said, you can't copyright your name. Yes, you can. It's called a common law lien. When you have a UCC, your name is copyrighted. But what you can do also, so you will never be fooled by any of these government agents who try to trip you up, always call your name a notice of ownership. Always call your name a notice of ownership. Don't put that down there. It's just for your notes. Care of, street address. Put the street address right there. Simple. City and state. Put that right there. Near zip. Put that right there. Put the zip code in there. They got two new favorite phrases, y'all. Non-domestic and non-assumption. Hey, y'all, does a non-domestic sound like to you foreign? Because you're not domestic. And remember, under the Internal Revenue Code, if you're not domestic, you're foreign. / non-assumption. Don't forget to put the date. Everything's pretty much set out right there, but I do like going over it because I want to let y'all know I care. Who is Joanne B. Barnhart, Issa? She's the head of the Social Security Administration. It is mandatory that when we're doing this process, we got to send her a letter, certified mail, return receipt. Everything's right there. You don't even got to find an address. Issa got it for y'all. Office of the Commissioner of the IRS. You got to send it to them. The new acting officer of the, Commissioner of the IRS, the new acting one is Linda Stiff. Hi, Linda. How you doing? Hi, we're high frequency. Yeah, I know you got about 130 letters coming into you guys from, I know you want to quit your job now. I understand. Okay, certified mail. Now, Social Security Administration. Everybody who is in the District of Columbia, put that address and that name. If you are in your state, this is the work you will do. You will put the address of the local Social Security Administration office that you live close to, period, in the store, for effective communication again. If you are not in D.C., you will change that address under Social Security Administration and put your local Social Security Administration office and put the attention of a person down there. You have to, effective communication. You have to have someone in that office name. Issa, who name? Any name. Issa, I'm high frequency. I'm going to go get the highest person's name in. Great job. Way to tell everybody else on the line that that's what you're going to do. Order manager. Yep. Enclosures. Everything is all right there. Now, y'all see the certified numbers? Do not forget to put the certified mail numbers right there. And those are the enclosures. This is the cover letter, y'all. It's simple. Everybody, you do not have to put Resolution 75 or Order of Court if they do not apply to you. If they apply to you, put them. If they don't, delete them joints. Simple. I put Resolution 75 because I am a Moorish American national. That's what I am. Non-resident alien. And this is how I know I am. And it's self-authenticating pursuant to Federal Rule of Evidence 902. Just get off the cover letter. We're doing a great job. Okay, now we're going to put together the letter that we want to send to them. What is that letter? No, hold on. We don't want to do that one yet. Let's talk about the application for revocation of false Social Security card. Let's go over that. I want everybody to know something. I showed you, Steph, this form. And I said, you ain't never seen this. He said, no, I ain't never seen this. I said, the Social Security, I said 42 U.S.C. 666 ain't even that bad because they said, we know we got you in Babylon. We know we got you with the mark of the beast. You find this joint, you can get out. Look at that form up top, OMB number. OMB number is a negotiable instrument, guys, 0960. Are y'all reading this form? Application for revocation. Let's go to Black's Law Dictionary and see what revocation means. I'm going to it right now. 9th edition. I have 4 and 9 with me, just to let y'all know. Excuse me. Let's look up the word revocation. Revocation and annulment, cancellation, or reversal of an act or power. Contracts, withdrawal of an offer by the offerer. That's the definition of revocation, y'all. That's what we're doing today. Name to be shown on card. Pay very close attention to this. First name, upper lowercase. Put it there now. Full middle name, blank. Know why we, Isha, can I ask you a question, Isha? Because I can't ask questions right now. You've been like omitting, our middle name for a while. Why? Because you private. This is what you're going to call me. First name, last name. That's it. That's all. That's why we're doing it. First name, upper lowercase. Last name, upper lowercase. Full name at birth. Put the full name at birth, all capital, right there. Do not omit the middle name if you have one. Other names used. In this form, we have already put in there, never consented to apply and cannot lawfully consent to apply without committing a crime in violation of 20 CFR, whatever it says right there, 422.104. 18 U.S.C. 911 and 18 U.S.C. 912. All rights reserved from birth to death. Y'all getting this? Issa, but what do we put in that box? Nothing. Other names used, what do I put in that box? Nothing. You already have it there. Go to number 2. Social Security number previously illegally assigned to the ineligible person. Put the social right there, guys. Put the social right there. Place of birth. Place of birth. Guess what you put in there, place of birth. Are y'all ready for this? North America. North America. Date of birth. Put the birthday. Box 5, citizenship. It's already checked for you. What does it say? Legal alien. What's that word, y'all? Allowed to work. Why am I talking about Section 5 like this? I'm about to harp on this, y'all. When you were put in the Social Security office as a U.S. citizen, you gave up your non-resident alien status. When you were put in the Social Security system as a United States citizen, you voluntarily gave up your non-resident status. Let me say it again. When you put U.S. citizen on the SS5 form, when your mother did that and your father or you or whoever, you voluntarily gave up all your constitutional rights when you said you was a U.S. citizen. You see why it's number 1? So everybody put their spiritual, scientific mind together and start saying it to yourself. When you are saying a government form, always have a concern about the first one there. Why is that number 1? That's the trick bag. The number 1 is always the trick bag. Because the nation is called the United States. That has the private contract with the Social Security Administration. So they said, man, we got to make everybody a U.S. citizen under the 14th Amendment through the citizenship clause. This is the one that commutes one's political status. Man, my political status is blah, 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 blah. If you filled out an SS5, shut up. It's U.S. citizen. Issa, why are you saying shut up? Because I'm trying to really get you to shut up and think. You said you're a U.S. citizen. What are you talking about? You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. No, you're a U.S. citizen. I want y'all to really get that in your mind. This is destructive, y'all. Because it has made you more dependent on the government. And this don't promote general welfare. Remember they say, promote the general welfare and secure domestic tranquility to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Remember that Schoolhouse Rock? When you filled out a SS5, you didn't promote the general welfare and secure domestic tranquility. When you signed the SS5 form, you did not promote the general welfare. This is by design. And it's by design by the people who benefit off of you, who designed it. So understand something. Please be certain that the methods that the United States government use, they constitutional and legal. All agents, y'all are right. The United States government, everything they are doing is constitutional and legal. Why, Issa? Man, they should have told us this, man. No, Issa, I disagree with you, Issa. I'm going to tell you a caveat secret. Write this down. When you volunteer away something, that's your subsequent submission that mandates that the government can make stuff mandatory for you. I said it on the high-frequency call. Obamacare is constitutional only because it is something that is volunteered for. If an American volunteers away their statutory foreign, non-resident alien tax status by affirming oneself as a U.S. citizen on a SS5 form and a W-4 in the private sector, that mandates everything that they do to become mandatory for you. So everybody on this call and everybody who you know as friends, most of us have volunteered for this socialized medicine. I didn't do it, but a lot of people have. They just didn't know it because they didn't understand the system. But take heart, y'all. We got the remedy. Hey, y'all, this the remedy, y'all. This the remedy, y'all.
Hey,
I'm still on Section 5 because this is the application. I'm sorry. Go ahead, you sir.
No, I was going to say we're going to be taking a break in about a minute or two. Would you want to take it after you finish this form?
Hey, Yusef, I love what you said. We're going to take a break in a minute or two. So guess what? It's only going to take a minute or two to finish this form.
All right.
On box 5, check legal alien allowed to work. Box 6, leave blank. Box 7, leave blank. Box 8, do not check male or female. Issa, do not check male or female? No, remember, this is a revocation. In box 8, you see we got in that form. This form replaces, rather than amends, any previous SS5 form on file. All previous forms are false and fraudulent. Man, applicant never was eligible for Social Security. Box 9, blank. Do not check nothing in box 9. In box 10, do not check nothing. In box 11, do not check anything unless that applies to you. Has the person listening to item 1 or anyone acting on his or her behalf ever filed for or received a Social Security number? Check nothing. Box 12. That's what's in box 12. Same. Person on card in connection with Social Security number is an illegally created public office that I don't consent to, represent, and can't lawfully represent. Parentheses, straw man. That's it. Box 13. Leave blank. Box 14. Put today's date. Box 15. Leave blank. Box 16. Street address, apartment number, P.O. box, rural route number, whatever. Don't forget to put care of. If you can't fit it all on there, don't worry about it. As you see, it says, see attached legal notice of resignation of comparative Social Security trustee and demand for rebuttal. Your signature, without prejudice, upper lowercase, first and last name. Your relationship to this item, to this person, item 1, is self. And then put in the specify line, check registered owner. In box 18, where it says self, natural or adoptive parent, legal, guardian, other, you check self, and then in the specify line put, don't check other, just put in a specify sign, registered owner. That's it. You so I'm ready to take a break?
Okay, y'all, we're going to take a 30-minute break. We'll be back at 10:30 to continue, okay? So take a 30-minute
y'all.
All right, take a 30-minute break.
Thanks.
Okay, now we're recording. Okay, now what was it you wanted me to do?
Okay, Yusuf, I apologize, man. First of all, these documents, like this one right here, the next one, and then like the next like 3 documents, I have to email them to you.
Yeah,
so
email me these documents. I will put them in the Dropbox. Everybody will have access to all documents. This is being recorded. All right, and the recording will be made available to all webinar attendees. So you will receive a recording of it. You can watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? I hope that's clear. Anyway, all right.
Yusuf, thank you, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, you coming in loud and clear, brother. You fine.
Okay, yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, y'all, guess what? Let's roll. Verification of identity by public official. When you are doing processes like this, people want to be able to verify who you are. And they have every right to do that. Because you have every right to do that. You can verify who they are. So let them verify who we are. And let's verify with them on our grounds. First of all, you're going to get stuff notarized. This document will be notarized. Everybody write that down. The verification of identity by public official document will be notarized. Okay? And right up top it says, before me, the undersigned notary public for the county of blank, your county, and republic of this state, on this blank day you do it, of month of 2014, state that you did appear and was identified. So now you have a notary that says, yeah, this is the person that's doing this. He has been identified, okay? who, upon first being duly sworn and or affirmed, deposes and says that he or she, so you put all the women, put she, all the men, put he, is an exclusively private human being, not representing any office or exercising any agency on behalf of any government, such as citizen, resident, person, taxpayer, driver, or spouse, whose identity is described herein, whose father's name is, put your father's name, whose mother's name is, put your mother's name. Put where the hospital you was born in, number 3, the day, month, born, and the year, whose eyes are the color of brown, standing at the height of whatever. I didn't put the, we're going to put the parentheses in there, and by height, where it says height, I want y'all to put your height. So substitute height for that. You know, let them know who you are. You know, this is me, the true and living. Okay. Exactly, with the hair of the color of black.
And you got some skinny tires. I like that too, man. Skinnier, huh? Yeah, a little bit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I'm sorry about that. I muted them out.
Okay. Now, I just want to, okay, people in the chat, let me know if y'all hear me. It is very important that I know that y'all can hear me. So I just really appreciate it. This is the first time I've ever done this. And y'all, I am not, you know, I'm just somebody who's just learning this information, and you said give me a form to teach you guys, and everybody's telling me yes, 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 yes. Okay, great. Okay, now, number 5, the affixed picture and all information on this affidavit are true to the best of his knowledge and belief. Did y'all see what number 5 said? The affixed picture and all information on this affidavit are true to the best of his knowledge and belief. The affixed picture, everybody on this line, write this down. You are going to go get a passport picture. Where? Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, wherever do passport pictures. Y'all already know where to get the passport pictures. Take a passport picture. When you take this to the notary, make a copy of the picture on this page. Leave a part of this page where you can put the picture down on a printer with this copy and print it on there. That's it. Don't go to the club taking a picture with a dress on, with your best hat on. Don't be outside doing a little Run DMC poses, none of that. Just take a passport picture and affix it onto this document. 6, the human being who appeared before me provided the following in signature. I certify under penalty of perjury under the laws of the District of Columbia that the foregoing is true and correct. You put your state. Witness my hand and official seal. That's all you're going to do with this document. You see how everything is one page, not a whole bunch of hot breathing. Another thing, guys, we're going to become great style writers. That's what we're going to start doing. All right. So we're done with this. Get it notarized. This is a part of the this is a part of the package. Again, let's go back over it. Before me, the undersigned notary for the public, for the county, let the notary do all that. That's what the first part, the notary is going to write all that in. She or he knows exactly what they're going to do. Simple. Everybody has got stuff notarized before, but I don't want to be an assumer. There are people who are just getting this information for the first time. So I want you to know that when you deal in the public, the notary public is an officer of that state, and they are they have permission to do certain things, and they have their names are registered with the capital of their state as people who can say, yeah, I'm a notary, and I can authenticate that you, blah, blah, blah. So let them, they know what they're doing. They paid $40 for that class. Let them do their thing. You just make sure you know how to communicate it to them. Who upon being duly sworn from deposes and says that he, she is an exclusively private human being, not representing any office or exercising any agency on behalf of any government. You just, and that's another thing too. What has separated me from people, I think, is that I'm really listening to what's really being said here. Like, the way I'm communicating with them is, hey, I'm exclusively private, and I'm not representing any office. I don't have an office. I know that to be a United States citizen, I have to have some type of office. I don't have an office. I meet people at Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. Seriously. I'm not a resident. I'm not a person. Everybody write this down. I am not a person. And then study later and say, why does Issa say I'm not a person? See, a lot of y'all questions, I like to read. I love when people have questions because they'll say, it says here the person, and I'll be saying right there, exactly. Are you a person? And then I say, let's look up person. And then when you look up person, I said, that's not me. I said, exactly. I said, that's the beginning of it all, guys, when we start really knowing who we are. You are the cream of the crop, the drip of the drop, the tip of the top. That's why you get this information. You are the elite. You are the best that ever did it. You are a pioneer. You know what this means. It doesn't really mean what people think it means. This means, hey, it's really over now. I mean, for me it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to be saying. So, read this over and over again. You know, boom. And get it notarized. Let's go to the next document. Don't forget to sign without prejudice right above your title. Okay, another thing too, y'all. Let's talk about this. Let's not get into a whole bunch of intellectual masturbation. Let's just really just break it down. We really don't have a name. But in my templates, I put name because sometimes that's where we are. We don't understand that we have appellations. Or I can be called this. We're gonna deactivate a lot of Willie Lynch tips. Do you know you can be called whoever you want to be at that particular time on this? Now, this is not for everybody. Always remember this too. I have a caveat when I talk to people. Follow your spirit. I might say something and it sounds good and I can eloquently put it together, but that might be for me. If it's not for you, then don't do it. But I just give you my, my way I want y'all to start thinking. You giving them a picture saying, so if y'all even see me out here, y'all know I'm non-resident alien. So here's the verification in the public and a notary form. This lady has your state has made this notary a public officer, which means that they have some type of delegation from your fictitious entity that I so eloquently communicated and corresponded with. There should be no problem. And think about it too. When you start putting together just one-page affidavits and things like that, they start taking you more seriously. Because you ain't got to do a whole bunch of high breathing. Next form. Get excited, y'all. The next form we're going to talk about is remember we did the IRS Form 56? Did you know that this form is supposed to be with the IRS Form 56? in this form is called the actual and constructive legal notice. Everybody see it there? Okay. Guess what, y'all? Write this down. Secret. Everybody write this down. Secret. Every time you file a Form 56, you get an actual and constructive legal notice. Authenticated. Well, I'm sorry, don't notarize. Now, another thing I'm going to talk about notarizing, just so we can have some dialogue about some procedural things to make you so competent when you're dealing out there in commerce. Did you know that you don't have to get your documents notarized? He said, but you're right, but I just rather go ahead and do that. You absolutely right. You know somebody who's a good notary, have a great notary. I don't have no problem meeting with them to get stuff done. But if you have a problem with getting a notary, this is what you do. Get 2 witnesses. And later on, I'm going to show you the Christian Bible verse that says when 2 agree, it's true. Not when the 2 are standing together. I know the Bible verse, a lot of people talking about when 2 or more are touching, blah, 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 whatever they're talking about, they're going to get it. Now, that's not the verse, even though that falls into that jurisdiction of that verse, of that scripture. But when 2 men agree to something, and they are witnesses, that's what it says. That's what made it stand out to me. When they are witnessing, it's true. And then you can put the Bible verse down there. Wow! And Yusef started that with me when he was teaching me how to fill out the GSA forms. Yusef, I was listening. Don't get on the line, Yusef, because I'm just having a good time right now. But Yusef, I was listening to your March 18th show, man. Wow, you're the greatest teacher on earth. And when you said, and put this under Christian law. And I said, you know what? I'm going to learn Christian law because Yusef illuminated me to the Christian law, which is what everybody in this government is under. So I did that rant because I know y'all was reading at the same time, so I won't have to go over this. But this is a public notice saying, hey, guess what? I am non-assumption and non-domestic and non-federal. Even in England and Russia. This document, when executed by my signature alone, will stand as unrebuttable evidence of my resignation of compelled Social Security. Trustee transferee. The Social Security card account and special maritime lien upon all related accounts, both general and special. You are letting them know, and I know to attach this to the Form 56. Every time you file a Form 56, attach this. Watch this. If there is something you want to add in it, add it. If it's something that you don't want to add in it, don't add in it. Don't add in it. But this is the document that I use when I communicate and correspond with them with a Form 56. So guess what else you're going to do with this document? Let's go down to the bottom of it. Get it notarized. You see what I have there? Secure party. Guess what? Everybody is a creator. Did you know that you can put whoever you want to down there? The only thing is you have to be able to explain who you are. Don't put down there if you don't know you're not there. You can put beneficiary. You can put principal. You can put whatever. And then without prejudice, elegant scribble scrabble. Notary Public, Federal Rule of Evidence, 902B. There we go. I, the notary, hereto this international commercial affidavit, duly deposed that the person executing this joint is known to me, and they have presented sufficient evidence to establish their lawful identity and status. I accept same as evidence of the facts presented. I propose nothing more. This is executed by my signature and seal as authorized under my commission. Get it notarized, guys. Go to the next form. We're almost finished, too. The next form is the official letter. Hey, guys, this is what y'all been waiting for. This is the communication. Know and understand that this is my disclaimer. Know and understand, but more importantly, and to correct myself, understand that the only guarantee that I can give you, I got a disclaimer. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. The only thing that I can guarantee you is that the only thing you can trust is the law. The only thing you can trust is the law. And there's only one law. So I can't and I won't give you a security blanket beyond that. If you are leaving any room to trust or have faith in your Creator, if you want to schedule and control every part of your life, that desire to control is precisely the evil that led to all this injustice. And that's what this process is supposed to fix. Hi, Joan. How you doing? We high frequency. This is in reference to the legal notice of resignation from Social Security and demand for rebuttal and formal lawful request for permanent full withdrawal from your system. The details concerning this withdrawal are written below. Now, you see how I sound, first of all? Everybody got to get competent. I don't like when people are not rising to their full potential. When we deal with them, we talk to them the way we talk to a person. How you doing? I'm writing you this letter because I have never been eligible to participate in a Social Security program. This information in the first part is right in the first part of the SSA 521. Remember that, y'all? So you put that in the fact, that's the first paragraph. But then I added something. The Social Security Act is under 42 U.S.C. 666. My decision to withdraw is permanent, final, and irrevocable. Ms. Barnhart, that number that was issued, and then right there in the parentheses where it says in the third paragraph, guys, Ms. Barnhart, the Social Security number that was issued is, put the social there to the all cap name. Okay? That's it. And everything is for you guys. You guys showed appreciation today. And I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you everything you want, man, because I belong to y'all. Let's protect each other. Y'all know me doing this is real, right? I want y'all to have it. It's time. Can't hold it back no more. All false prophets will be exposed in 2014. And I don't ever want to be called no false prophets, yo. Enclosed SSA form SS5 is provided in accordance with 20 CFR 422.110(a), which stipulates that any change to an original SS application can only be accomplished using SSA form SS5. Thank you too, brother. Now we're going to go down to the law. Remember what I say, the only thing you can trust is the law. There's only one law. So the law of divine law is the only law. If you are divine, you're supposed to know if who you're dealing with. Well, what stops you from doing anything to me? Well, we had to read the program operations manual systems, which I gave you from the beginning. And this number right here, which I will be researching, man, it necessitates those who have received benefits before withdrawal pay them back. They try to tell you if you're going to withdraw for them, you got to pay them back. And you know what? Cool. But then you say to them, but I haven't received any benefits from you. And there's nothing to pay back under your own code. I didn't make this up. I got it from your code. But look, if you feel the statement is made in error, you believe that I have, then please deduct what you believe was paid to me from the amount I paid you and send me the difference. I appreciate that. Therefore, I don't ask you, I demand that you pay back the unused portion of the premiums that were involuntarily paid to you through my compelled participation in the program. Hey, y'all, everybody write down the word compelled, or you don't even have to write it down. The word compelled means that somebody put a gun to your head in that type of way. Like somebody bullied you. And they talk about bullying. The enclosed IRS form that High Frequency put together today removes me formally, legally, and officially from liability as the trustee of the trust, and necessitates that your records respect said correspondingly to ensure that I do not receive any more notices or statements or become the object of unlawful IRS collections directed at the Social Security Trust and its trustee. I also decided to designate the original SS5 application as not eligible. Hey guys, this is what we're doing, y'all. Everybody feels good about it, your spirit feels good about it, but now this is how we are communicating it with them. Isn't this cool? Hey, I also decided that you designate the original SS5 application as not eligible and reject that application with a correspondence on a Social Security Administration letterhead. And send me something back off y'all letterhead. So when I go to court or when I got anything, I need to have that letterhead. Thank you. I now know the original SS5 application to be fallacious, false, fraudulent, and perjurious, and hence in need of replacement, not change. See, I know you can't change the number. You thought I'm trying to get something changed, so I'm going to put not change, but I know that the SOM, SSA, POMS section say I can put anything in it to replace it, and you cannot stop me from replacing anything in that original application. Because I wasn't aware at the time of the application, but I'm aware now. And I got a duty to notify you of this fact. The application was submitted for me when I was a minor. Always remember this, guys. Everybody was a minor until you got your birth certificate affidavit authenticated. Drum roll, please. You was a minor before you got your birth certificate authenticated. Then you became what in Rule 220 that Jonah so freaked out so viciously, the age of majority. The age of majority had not been reached, and my parents can't contract on my behalf. I got you, Fred. Hey man, my mother and father do not have a Social Security number. He said, why you lying and say my mother and father don't have so? I'm not lying. My mother and father do not have a Social Security number because they did not make up a Social Security number. 20 CFR 422103 in the back of the SS card both specifically express that the card and its associated number are the property of the SSA and not the holder, and must be returned upon request. I declare without waiver that I am not and never have been a public officer in of the United States government. Hey y'all, I want to hit y'all with something. When you have a Social Security card, people say that you are a public officer. I mean, they are making that assumption. And Yusuf always says on high frequency, presumptions and assumptions is what gets us locked up. In block 5, the citizenship block, see how I got it italicized? Learned that from their law books. Hey y'all, intermission. You better get a book called The Red Book. Write it down. The Red Book, a manual on legal style. And guess who put it together? Brian A. Garner, the editor-in-chief of Black's Law Dictionary. Stephanie got it. Great job, Stephanie. So get that book. And you don't need another book when it comes to putting together any documents. Stephanie, am I lying? So guess what? Get that book. Now, the citizenship block was unintentionally falsified. I am not and never have been a statutory national and citizen of the United States at birth. Per 8 U.S.C. 1401. I am a non-citizen national. I'm a non-citizen national. Hey y'all, when I talk about these words, don't trip. Everybody say everybody had to say their Noah. When you are reading these documents, these are words of art. And they are written by the Office of Law Revision. Hey y'all learning everything y'all want from this webinar in the world. All the codes, statutes, ordinances, rules, all of them were wrote by lawyers. That's why in the Bible it says, woe unto you lawyers. Y'all took divine law and made it some whatever. But anyway, can't get on them. They had the hustle to do it. And you got to have the hustle to fix it. Great. Y'all read it. Causing me to unlawfully remain liable for the compulsions associated with a public office that I do not lawfully hold also constitutes criminal witness tampering. By offering to let me remain in said illegitimate office knowingly. Hey, for real, I know y'all not there under 666, but for real, even 666, when a Bama knows something, y'all supposed to let them, you know what I mean? It is felonious and illegal to do so. In compliance with 26 CFR 301.6109-1, there's your proof. Read that. Every code in this letter, go to ask.com or Google, put it in, read it, and then save it on a thumb drive, like I do. Dun-dun! And then when you're bored, read it. Dun-dun! And when people are having injustice in their life, read them. What else is there to read in this particular time in this country? Are you reading novels about love stories? For real? And they enslaving your people? Designated the Social Security number associated with the civiliter mortis defunct dead trustee be assigned its correct status. Hey y'all, I'm yelling at y'all, but for real, this is just a nice letter to them. You know, just how y'all doing, man? Just go ahead and correct that status to the legally deceased non-resident alien who is not engaged in the trade or business. Another thing, I wrote this. Know what that means? I'm not in the trade or business. A lot of people on this webinar know daggone well that you need to research what is trade or business, and don't lie to yourself if you engage in that. Because when you be talking about going private, this is the foundational steps of us getting all the things that we have been trying to do with everybody. And everybody who is listening to this is for all people. It is not for black, white, colored. It's for everybody who's saying, hi, I just want the truth. I don't care who you are, because I'm going through it too. That's who this is for. You are a non-resident alien, non-individual, not engaged in the trade or business as defined in the CFR codes. Understand now that I always have been and expect to permanently act as one indefinitely into the future. The Treasury regulations as stated above affirms that non-resident aliens, myself included, are permitted to request that the IRS assign non-resident alien status to the SS number allocated. The number never goes away, so put me back into the database with the non-alien, non-resident alien status. I know you're not going to take away the number, so guess what? Just go ahead and just put that right status on there. Hey, I did everything I told you to do. It's in your POMS. Now, a lot of us have been learning about things. And a lot of people be saying, I'm not a stateless person. Yes, you are. Let's go to Black's Law Dictionary and look up stateless person. First of all, I can say I'm a stateless person or not a stateless person. But I'm saying I am a stateless person. I'm going to tell you why. If y'all got y'all's dictionary, read it with me. But I'm reading 9th edition. A natural person who was not considered a national by any country. The Convention relating to status of stateless persons, 1954, provides these people with certain protections and obliges them to abide by the laws of the country where they reside. So since you don't even have a resident, you now become a transient foreigner. And y'all remember that too. Don't get it twisted. All of these words are words of art. So you look at them, guess what? If you don't want to put that there, delete it. I'll put it there. And see, that's what I want to tell y'all too. See, this is mine. Now, transient foreigner. A transient foreigner, watch this. This is who everybody is. One who visits a country without the intent to remain. That means that you're just going through, doing what you think, right to travel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm transient. And I don't have a legal domicile within any state. That's why I said I'm stateless, because I don't have nothing in the state. I said I'm stateless because I don't have anything in the state. All such stateless persons are not subject to the jurisdiction of any federal court. Can I ask you a question? Does anybody out there have any cases in any federal courts? Research that too as well. All such stateless persons are not subject to the jurisdiction of any federal court, as they are domiciled outside of the general jurisdiction of the federal government. Therefore, as I am not an individual, nor do I consent to act in such a capacity, you may not lawfully use such a number against me. My estate and the property thereof is a foreign state, as described in these words of art, and I live in a word of art. I mean, it's your word that, as defined in word of art, which is what all states of the Union are. Therefore, under these codes, the federal government may not lawfully assert diversity of citizenship jurisdiction over me or my state. I'm going to read that last sentence again. Therefore, under that word of art that y'all put together, the federal government may not lawfully assert diversity of citizenship jurisdiction over me or my state. That one sentence can go, you can smack it on the front of a paper and on an affidavit to give to the head of any entity that you're dealing with. And you don't even give them time to respond. You just say it and don't do it. So simply because of that, there's no need to have a court date. The following facts stipulated herein this correspondence govern my current and further legal relationship with the IRS, the Social Security Administration, and the U.S. government. Furthermore, under these rules that y'all follow, a failure to deny these facts within 30 days of sending this document shall constitute an affirmative admission of their truthfulness. These words of art require that all denials are required to be signed under penalty of perjury by the person denying, and that the person denying must have a personal knowledge. Everybody write this down, 26 USC 6065. When people tell you they don't have to respond back to you, that is the code that they're supposed to follow as a public servant to require to respond back to you. Dun-dun. Everything right there is in that paragraph. I'm going to skip to the next one. I know y'all reading it with me. Hey, guess what, guys? People can voluntarily end their participation in the program. They can voluntarily do it. Because the SSA offers the SSA 521. And procedures for quitting are in this section. In the title says there's no such law that exists or legal authority to deny withdrawal. If there is, all I want is a statute and an implementing regulation that authorizes you, whoever's responding to me, whoever responds to me, you need to make that claim back to me under, the allegation, but you don't have any. Because, another thing too, this is the goofiest. Now I'm about to start getting really fun with y'all. People be saying, man, I don't know about get rid of that social. Everybody write this down. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. You want to keep a card that's bankrupt. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt.